I started football at the age of 7 when I was watching the football matches and all that. And first of all, Ronaldo is my idol. So I just started idolizing him. And ho gaya phir, the love started for football that day. I got to know that if you want to be a better footballer, you need to analyze the professional matches, the players who play in your position. You need to start analyzing them too, so like you can better your game. You can say my mom is my agent, so she's like basically all like messaging everyone what about my like how can my son give trials. Like we were really struggling to find a good club at that time. And my mom found out that IKF is hosting a workshop as well as a trial. So we will get there, of course, we will get there. We have the talent, we have everything we need, but it will take time.
So hi everyone, welcome to the 5th episode of the IKF Workshop Diaries. And today we have a special guest. Of course, it is not one of the dignitaries of the academies that are participating, but it is the winner of the IKF Season 3 workshop, Shubham Navelkar with us. So very excited to talk to you about all things IKF. But starting off, I wanted to hear about the history and the background that you have in football. How did you get into football?
First of all, I'm really honored to be at Tavis. Good afternoon to everyone who's watching this. And yeah, my career before this was very good. Like, first of all, my name is Shubham Navelkar. Sorry. My name is Shubham Navelkar, and I'm 18 years old as of now, and I'm from Mumbai, Maharashtra. And yes, I started football at the age of 7, and I've been playing since now. You can see, and I have pursued I'm pursuing as a football as a career in my life, and I'm yes, chal raha hai, bhagdod chal raha hai, hard work is going on. Sab chal raha hai.
And just to ask you, means are your family members anyone into football? Means is there a background of football, or are you the first person in your family that is going into pursuing the as a whole time career?
That's an interesting question, Atharvis, because my family does not know football before me. Because they didn't know football existed, as my father was a cricketer in his teenage years. And he used to play for college team. My mom used to play dodgeball and all that. And they were very good. Like, बचपन से वो लोग बहुत healthy थे, so like मुझे वो genes आ गए, fortunately. So like yes, I started football at the age of 7 when I was watching the football matches and all that. And first of all, Ronaldo is my idol. So I just started idolizing him, and ho gaya phir, the love started for football that day, that time.
Yeah, and just to ask you, means just like you mentioned कि आप रोनाल्डो के बहुत बड़े फैन हैं. So
हाँ.
ये कैसा मीन्स फैन कैसे बने आप उसका, क्योंकि हम सभी जानते हैं रोनाल्डो वन ऑफ द ग्रेट्स, एंड अगर मेरी बात करें तो मुझे मेसी पसंद है ज्यादा, तो उधर आता है. लेकिन कैसे मीन्स रोनाल्डो के फैन कैसे बने?
रोनाल्डो के फैन इज बेसिकली अगर मैं देखने जाऊंगा तो फिर मैं उसको आइडलाइज क्यों करता हूं क्योंकि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इज वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ ऑल टाइम. यू कैन you know that of course.
Yeah.
And what he has done for his country, for the football especially, is very top notch to be honest. And Ronaldo का जो mentality होता है, like his preparation towards the game, his attitude in the game, everything is very professional. I'm not saying that Messi is not professional, everyone is professional, but what makes Ronaldo different is like his mentality, and you can see what makes the difference when the scoreline is like you need someone to make a change in the game. Ronaldo is always there for you, and he
He's a
delivers.
clutch player, of course.
Yeah, of course.
And just to ask you, like we have all seen that रोनाल्डो ने अपना YouTube चैनल खोला है अभी जस्ट. उसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहते हैं? काफी चर्चे में अभी
वो तो अभी recently कुछ तो 1 billion followers भी कुछ ने कुछ तो किया है. So he's, of course he deserves it, all of it. His hard work, his fans are there for him. I'm also there, obviously.
Of course. And just to ask you, means have you been following since the early 2000s or in the 2020s, means in the 2010s? When did you start
No,
watching football?
early.
You core fan.
Like when I was 7, you can say around 2010, 2011, I started following football. When I started watching football, like I used to analyze matches. वो मैंने start किया at the age of 10, 11 because I got to know that if you want to be a better footballer, you need to analyze the professional matches, the players who play in your position. You need to start analyzing them so like you can better your game, you can work out what you can improve on your mistakes. That's what I heard from my coaches, and as well as I got to know from videos which I was watching in the YouTube to improve myself.
Yeah. So you are basically a fan of Ronaldo during his stint at Real Madrid from that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, coming back to the topic, means we are talking about the clubs and academies that you have been part of. But before starting off, I just wanted to ask you, what is a training day for you like in a day?
As a footballer, I can say my daily routine is like wake up at around 6. As of now, I'm telling you, like today's date, I wake up at 6. I need to go, I just get freshed up and just get ready for my training. I go to Bandra because in Mumbai we only have two grounds which is used for training.
Naval
What do you say,
D'Souza,
Naval D'Souza and Wings ground. So I have my training in Wings. Currently I'm playing for MYJ. So we have our trainings in morning. And yes, training is at 8:30, so I need to reach there by 8. And the training is still there till 10:30. So I come back home around 11, you can say, 11, and then I go to swimming for recovery and all that. And then I have my lunch and just do some, what do you say, like, I just spend my day with my mom, with my dad, whoever will be there in my at home. And then I just do some time pass, which chalta rehta hai, videos, Netflix and all that. And then evening I go to gym. Of course, in the evening I have to do gym because as a footballer, gym is very necessary for your structure and all that.
Exactly.
And then of course evening में फिर gym होने के बाद फिर I do my individual training नीचे society में. And yeah, after that I spend my time with my friends who play, like we play basketball, volleyball, badminton. Like I just explore new sports because I like to play sports a lot.
Yeah.
So I play different sports too. And yes, we play sports and then I come back home by 10 o'clock. I eat my dinner and then I sleep. That's my routine.
Acha.
I've been
And,
doing this since 3 years as of now, 3 to 4 years. That's my
Wow.
basic routine.
So you are getting up at 6 every day, means it's like a compulsory.
Not every day. Not every day because I'm not a morning person to be honest. Like whenever I get holiday and when my training is not there, I wake up at 9 or you can say 10 also.
Yeah.
But I'm not a morning person. But if I have training, then I have to wake up. Like
Yeah.
I can't miss training because training is important.
Yeah. And since you are a striker, yeah, right? So you're a forward.
I'm a striker, left wing and right wing. I can play all the
So
positions.
basically a forward, right? Who plays in the
Yes.
final third. So just to ask you, means what are the drills that you go through? There must be particular drills for you, like for a striker, like for a goalkeeper. There are different drills. So what are the drills
Yeah.
that are for a striker?
So after asking my coaches and after seeing all the YouTube videos and my past experience, basically I don't believe in cone drills and all that because I think that makes you too much robotic. Like that's not game realistic to be honest. So yeah, cone drills are like you can say cone drills are good for beginners or amateur players. But as you go on, as you improve yourself furthermore, you need to practice like you play in a game. The intensity you put in the training, in the matches, you just practice like it's a game for you. So basically, if you are practicing as a attacker, all I want to say is just improve on your passing, 1-2, 1-2 ball passing, improve on your shooting, improve on your crossing, improve on your attitude, of course, because if you want to score goals, if you see Ronaldo, he scored 900 goals, but everyone says he's a tap-in player, he's a tap-in merchant,
No.
but that doesn't mean it's not like that. He's like his mentality is like I want to score goals. So like whenever someone shoots, he's always there for a rebound. That
Exactly.
not everyone sees that. Not everyone sees that he's taking the rebound, but to predict that the rebound will come, to have that optimistic mentality that rebound aega or my goal mark.
No,
That's what makes a attacker a very good attacker.
Yeah. And just like you mentioned about Ronaldo, because now Erling Haaland is in quite the limelight
Of course.
because of scoring.
course.
Scored 9 goals in just 4 games, and he's
Of
leading
course.
by 6 goals than the second player, top scorer in the Premier League. So
Yes.
I was analyzing his game, and just like you mentioned that people usually frame them as tap-in players, but they don't see
Yes.
that positioning. The positioning
Yes, of
is very
course.
important because they have to have that knowledge that the rebound will come to them. They need
Yes.
to be aware of it. So Erling Haaland is
Yes.
quite an example. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo also has been doing the same. The positioning and the way he heads the ball, those are kind of. As a Barcelona fan, I too was scared of Cristiano Ronaldo during the El
Okay.
Clásicos.
Yeah.
So yeah, coming back to the training and clubs and academies. So you are at which club? Once again, can you say that? Which club?
As of now, I'm in MYJ GMSC, which is currently playing in I League 3, and they just qualified for the playoffs. So congratulations to them also.
Oh, congratulations
And,
to you too also.
Thank you so much. And currently, I'm in the development squad, which is under 21 squad, which I'll be playing in the Reliance Development League. And I'm currently playing with I'm practicing with the main team also, which is really good for me as a young footballer because I get to play with senior players and improve from them also and learn from them, which is actually very important for young players because if you play with elder players older than you who are better than you, you just improve day by day. That's what I mean to say.
Yeah. And just to ask you, means how is the club which you are playing at the point of time? So
Yeah.
how is that club helping you? Means what is the regime for the club?
The coaches, the staff, everyone is, especially the players also, they are very helpful. They are very genuine. They are like my brothers only. Like they just help me a lot. Like when I'm the youngest among them, so they help me. Like whenever I do mistakes, they of course scold me sometimes, but I take that as not pressure, but I take that as a lesson because you need to deal with pressure in practices and matches, so you perform well in matches. So of course they help me technically, mentally because they have more experience than me, and I need to understand that whenever they play, I need to see them how they play, how they react to the mistakes, how they react to the game situation, so that I can improve myself.
Yeah.
So
And
basically, the coaches
mm,
and all that, they are very helpful to me. They guide me a lot. They provide me guidance every day, every time. And whenever I ask them something, my doubts and all that, they are ready to answer them all. And they are very
yeah.
helpful.
Yeah. This was all about the history and background of yours. So coming back to the IKF workshop, because in
Yeah.
this series we are discussing about the same, and there have been questions to me, especially on my Instagram, that sir, you are doing the interview with the academies, but how can we know that it is genuine? Is the workshop genuine? So for starting off, I just wanted to ask you that how did you find about the workshop, and how did you trust the IKF workshop that it will be a good opportunity for you to grow?
Uh, I trusted IKF because I had to find I find new opportunities. Especially my mom is, I can say my mom is my agent, so she's like basically all messaging everyone. What about my how can my son give trials? Like we were really struggling to find a good club at that time, and my mom found out that IKF is hosting a workshop as well as a trials. So my mom registered me in the IKF workshop and IKF trials. And yes, we attended the IKF workshop, and fortunately, I was selected by Chris sir and Jimmy sir. Sorry,
Mhm.
Chris sir and Jimmy sir. And yes, that time my mom was very what do you say? She was very worried that if I go to Portugal alone, how will I manage? Because it's
Yeah.
very far away from India, and I'm very young.
Mhm.
So she was very worried, and I can say that she was talking to the staff of the IKF, to the committee of the IKF, that
Mhm.
मैं भेजूँ ना, but they were like, no worries, we will take care of him. The club there is of our trust only, so no worries, आप भेज दो, सब ठीक हो जाएगा. And then I went to Portugal, or you can say
Yeah.
it's really helped me out.
Yeah, we will come to it later also. But before the IKF Season 3 workshop, how was your career going through? What phases were you going through? What challenges were you going through before the IKF Season 3 workshop?
Before IKF season 3 workshop, I just left my what do you say, my teenage club, Orange
Mm.
FC, due to some reasons. And then I was looking for a new club, and then my one of my coaches recommended me to Mumbai City, and I was training with Mumbai City for 3 months, 4 months.
Mm.
But unfortunately, I didn't get selected. But I took that as a challenge, and I was looking for more game time and to improve my game. Perfect to IKF Workshop. I was playing with the Mumbai Soccer Prodigies in Super Division. And yes, after that वर्कशॉप में गया और फिर yes you can say वर्कशॉप ने तुम्हारा लाइफ ही चेंज कर दिया.
Exactly. So coming back to the workshop, means once the season 3 workshop started. So before that, you must be going through a lot of means you must be researching about IKF and everything. So how did you come to know about the workshop? Means what exactly did you find, and what would you like to say to the participants who are going to go and perform in the season 4 workshop?
I would like to say I'm really grateful that I am able to provide them some guidance because I've been selected. And yes, participants in season 4 workshop, they should play the game. They should enjoy the football they play. And yes, they should have the right opportunity. They should have the right attitude towards the game. That's what Chris sir and Jimmy sir looked at me. They said to me that you had the right attitude towards the game, the right mentality towards the game. You had good communication skills, and of course you were very good on the ball and off the ball. And you played the game, you enjoyed the game. That's why I was really a center of attraction, and that's what made me selected. I
Yeah.
got selected in IKF season 3 workshop.
Yeah. And talking about the IKF Season 3 workshop, can you let us know the ins and outs? Because, during the IKF Season 3, there was only Pro Soccer Global or limited
Yeah.
academies that were participating to assess
Okay.
the players. But in this
Yeah.
Season 4 workshop, they have brought in around 8 to 9 clubs and academies. So, can you let us know what was the ins and outs of the workshop so that the listeners will get to know more about the workshop, how it will be organized?
Yeah. So first of all, my mom registered me in IKF Season 3 workshop. So we got the player ID. You can say QR code for me, especially a unique one,
Hmm.
and we paid the registration fees also for her. And after that, we got message from them on WhatsApp that the workshop will be scheduled on this date. So you need to be present over there, and the venue will be provided over time. So I was there at my workshop was attended in Middle East. It was nearby. So I went there. It was around September, October that time. So yes, like same time as this season 4 workshop. And then we were given some bands, so like they could identify us on which players we need to investigate and like
Hmm.
analyze on that. So we had a warm up. We took some players took our warm up. The staff present there took the warm up, did some basic drills, and then the workshop started. So first of all, we were doing some passing drills, which was 1-2-1-2. We were playing some rondos. And they were and the Jimmy sir and Chris sir were looking at us at a different point of view, like different angle, because they were looking not only at technical level, but they were looking as a psychological level also, like who were in the game, who was demanding for the ball, who was like communicating with different players, with everyone, because
Hmm.
that's more important in the game. Like you can't be only good with the ball; you need to be good off the ball. So you need to like they were looking at us who were communicating, who were giving advices to players who were making mistakes, who were not getting irritated by them easily. That's what they were looking at us.
Hmm.
And then we progressed to some cone drills, which was dribbling, shooting. And then at the last we played a match, which was 77-66. And yes, after that there were four teams because there were many players. There were four teams, so teams were made, of course. And we played 66, 77. And a fun story is I was playing as a center back because Chris sir told me you can't be a left winger. Like looking at your structure, looking at your height, looking at your composure, you
Hmm.
can't be a left wing at all. And I was like, no, I'm a left winger, I'm a left winger. But he said, no, you should try a center back. You will be a great fit for center back. So in the workshop, I was playing as a center back, calm and composed, being like communicating with everyone, telling them what to do, not to do. And then yeah, it was a great experience. Workshop was really good for me, and I was enjoying myself. I was really trying new things, enjoying my game, enjoying football, which I always do. And
Yeah.
yes, I got selected.
Yeah.
Thanks
And
to IKF.
And yes, talking about the workshop, because just like you mentioned that Chris sir and Jimmy sir were assessing the players not only on the technical skills but on the psychological skills as well.
Yes.
So, did you find any difference between the coaching style, coaching methodologies of Chris sir and Jimmy sir, and compared to the Indian scouts or different agents that are participating? Did you find any difference in both of them in the methodologies?
I would say yes, because Indian scouts and foreign scouts are completely like their experience and the education they get on the coaching level is very vast difference. Even in Portugal, when I went, the coaches, the way they used to set up the practices was very professional. Like they don't need to they used to not waste time at all in their practice. Man. Like 15 minutes is for warm up. You need to do warm up of 15 minutes only. Then 20 minutes of passing drill, basic passing drills, roundos, 20 minutes of that. And then we move on to 20 minutes of, say, you can say shooting, and then 10 minutes of match. But
Hmm.
they need to motivate us more. They used to, they used to motivate us, and they used to tell us that you need to bring in the intensity you need in the practice
Hmm.
match or in the practices, because that's what makes you good in matches.
Exactly.
But like you can, as you say, as you question me on Indian scouts and foreign scouts, it's all based on education and the what do you say, the test they give, the scouts give. So it's much different because the foreign countries are far more better than us in football in terms of, we can say, education level, because they have been doing this since 4 5 decades, you can say,
Yeah.
and they have improved on their mistakes. And we are really lacking in football field, yeah,
Hmm.
as India. So we will get there. Of course, we will get there. We have the talent. We have everything we need, but it will take time.
Yeah. Yeah. And talking about the workshop, because how was the workshop conducted in general, and not just on the coaching style, the logistics and the operation side as well, because they had to conduct the workshop in three different cities. But you are
Yeah.
from Mumbai, so you must be participating in the Mumbai workshop, the 3 day
Yes.
or 4 day workshop that was organized. So how did they
Yes.
manage to pull that off, the IKF team?
I mean, it's very exhausting when you go to different cities, see different players in very limited amount of days.
Hmm.
So of course the cost would be high, I can say. But
Hmm.
looking at that, I would say that IKF and is doing really good job because they are the pathway to a player's dream, you can say,
Hmm.
because there is very limited knowledge for football players today in India.
Hmm.
Who like they can make their own way towards professional journey in football. So IKF is doing a really good job in that.
Yeah.
So I would really appreciate that, and I'm really thankful for IKF for it.
Yeah. And can you let us know the benefits of the workshop that you received after completing the workshop and being the winner?
The benefits was I got the 100% scholarship to Portugal, of course.
Mm.
All the costs were covered from IKF and the club there in Portugal.
Mm.
I was there for 1 month, you can say that. I was there for 25 days, you can say. And within that 25 days, I learned a lot from players over there, the coaches over there. Like, I learned what professional football career is, you can say.
Mm.
Because in Portugal, of course, I went to Portugal, so I will say Portugal only. Because in Portugal, आपका रहना उधर खाना उधर सब it's very professional. Like you have that diet, you have the training routine, you train twice a day, you train twice a day. और अगर अगर आपका ट्रेनिंग ना हो तो आप इंडिविजुअल ट्रेनिंग करते हो या फिर आप जिम जाते हो वैसे सब वो
Mm.
अकॉर्डिंगली प्लान करते हैं बट मेरा ये कहना है कि वो लोग उधर फुटबॉल पे ज्यादा फोकस करते हैं लाइक they need to make the structure they make the structure of players they
Mm.
organize structure of the players like they make the routine of the players which really
Mm.
helps them as a player as well as a person too and it
Yeah.
really makes them improve over time you can say
Mm.
because they play
Yeah.
more matches they play more games there and playing more matches is only the way you improve as a footballer because it's not only you practice you don't play matches
Yeah.
because matches brings you pressure and it makes you grow overall so that's
Yeah.
what they tend to believe in
Yeah.
Portugal that's what they makes them better.
Yeah. And talking about the workshop, because it was held in three different cities, but since you were in Mumbai, so how many children participated in the season 3 workshop? Around a number. Can you give a number?
I would say around 60 to 70 with it, 60 to 70.
Yeah, acha. So from there, did they select only one winner, or alongside you there were 2 or 3 winners, more multiple winners as well?
From Mumbai I would say I was the only one who got selected
Uh,
but there were more from Bangalore, there were more from Delhi also.
acha,
So, if to answer your question, from Mumbai I was the only.
acha. And coming back to the benefit side, because you did receive the scholarship, and it was IFAPT club, if I'm not wrong, from
If
Portugal.
I,
Yes,
yes,
yes, yes. Because I'm in connection with the head coach of their club, so Elvis
that
Goel,
is
sir.
good.
If yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. So yeah, talking about the club. So how was your experience? Means, of course, you mentioned that it was very good considering the training and coaching and everything. But coming back to the climate side, because drastic change comes in. You are going from India, heat, too much heat, and then to Portugal, which is not as compared that.
Pleasant. Yeah.
Yeah. So how was the challenges? How did you adapt to it? Because just 1 month and you have to perform at your best in the 1 month that you have. So how did that happen?
So first of all, I was really excited that I was going to my idol's country because Ronaldo was
Yeah.
is from Portugal, and I didn't dream like it was my dream to go to Portugal and see Ronaldo, but I didn't dream that I would go to Portugal and play in that country. So I
Hmm.
was really fascinated about that, and like I went there in Portugal. I stayed there over 1 month, you can
Hmm.
say, and yeah, the climate was very pleasant over there. It is very
Hmm.
hot in Mumbai. You can see it's around 35, 40 degrees some days. And we play in that heat at around 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Yesterday only I had my match at 3 o'clock, which is very hot. But over there, the climate is very pleasant. It's very good. It's very easy going. Like you just practice and you just don't feel anything. Of course, if
Exactly.
you like the temperature over there is 20 degrees, 15 degrees. So it's
Hmm.
cold sometimes, but it's not that cold and it's not that hot. So it's a pleasant climate for that. But you can say the setbacks I had was my family was away from me. Of course, as an Indian, we are very family oriented, and of course, if you stay away from family, it's very difficult for you as a footballer. Of course, you're sacrificing uh, your loved ones for your career, but
Mm.
it was worth it because you need to make them proud, and that's what
Exactly.
you want to sacrifice sometimes.
Yeah.
And of course, there were more setbacks also. Let's like food, you can say, because the food there is very bland. And they used to call me peri peri boy because I used to carry peri peri everywhere whenever I used to go to eat. So peri peri masala, you can say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I used to put on breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything was peri peri on it. So they were like, "Hey, peri peri go again." So I was like, "No, no, this food is very bland. I can't eat it." So
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, okay, fine." So yeah, of course. So that's what I want to say. But overall, if you want to say it's a football perspective,
Mm.
so I was really good on technical side. I didn't get any problem on technical side. Even
Mm.
on mentality side, the coaches were really impressed on me on mentality also. And they said that I was first of all, you look very skinny. We thought that you couldn't stand in this in Portugal for 1 month also because you were very skinny. You couldn't handle the climate. You couldn't handle the what do you say, the push from players. The
Yeah.
physicality, you can
That's
say.
exciting. Mm.
So I really struggled on physicality, the what do you say, the strength part. But they really in the what do you say, they really commanded me on the mentality part because you were
Yeah.
really good on attitude. So that's what I was really proud of.
Good. Yeah. And talking about the differences, because you are going from India to Portugal, a country that has already been playing in the FIFA World Cup, has already been part of the football fraternity for quite a long time. So,
Yeah.
coming from India, because the players, as compared to India, Portugal have much more developed, much more, in shape players. So, did you find any particular differences in the Portuguese players as compared to the Indian players?
Yes, of course. When I went to Portugal, there were players from many different countries. You can see France, even
Mm.
from Nigeria, there were players. Like
Mm.
even from Africa, there were players coming over to Portugal to play. Like they were very good on ball. Like it was very easy for them to make some skills. And it was only because of practices. Like they used to practice a lot. Like they
Mm.
used to love the game, and like they were practicing 2 times a day. Compared to Indian players, we only practice once a week. You can
Mm.
say sometimes players in India practice only once a week or twice a week, which is not
Yeah.
enough for footballers who want to pursue as a professional footballer.
Yeah.
So over there, they practice twice a day, which is, you can say, very much in quantity wise is very much different than Indian footballers.
Mm.
So that's what makes them very better. And
Yeah.
saying that technical wise is only because of they have very good coaches. I don't want to say that in India we don't have good coaches, but the level of training sessions we have there and in
Mm.
India is very different. Like the
Yeah.
approach towards practices, the approach towards the game is very different. It's very different.
Yeah.
So all I want to say is we need time. We will be there, of course, but
Mm.
the AIFF, if you ask me my opinion, AIFF is doing good job, but they need to make changes drastically so that we just reach over. Like we can't be doing Vision 2047 and take a target of 10 years, 15 years, so that you just uh, make a guess that we will be there. We need
Yeah.
to make changes according to next year. So like
Exactly.
if we need to reach Asian Cup, what will we do now so that we reach to Asian Cup? First, we need to
Yeah.
be number one in Asia. Then we can dream of becoming number one in world. Because we
Mm.
can't be number one in the world if you are not number one in the Asia also. That's
Yeah.
not
Exactly.
the case, you can say. So
Mm.
we will be there. Of course, India has a potential. India is growing in football terms. You can see
Mm.
there are so many fans from India come watching Premier League, La Liga, and there are
Yeah.
many. I can say in the streets also they are crazy about football. Like I can see everyone playing football, street football, even in
Yeah.
my society. So we are very crazy about football, and we will be there, of course, one day.
Exactly. Exactly. Hopefully, we do participate in the FIFA World Cup 2034
Of course, of
because
course.
it's
I'll dream of playing there for India,
yeah, of
and I'll
course,
make
of
India
course.
proud.
Yeah. And just a last question about the IKF workshop. Means coming back after having the scholarship, being there for 1 month. How did your career progress after the IKF workshop?
After the IKF workshop, I got that confidence in me that it was natural confidence because I went to Portugal and then I came back to India. I was playing with better players. I was training under better
Mm.
coaches. And overall, I was training twice a day, of course, and I was playing football only. And even I played a practice match, and I was really confident coming back to India. Then I gave trials to different clubs, and then I got selected for MYJ. And I'm very honored to be part of MYJ project because MYJ is just a new club, you can say, in Mumbai, but they have won elite division, you can say, last year, and they are progressing very well, and they have their structure towards the young players, which is very great. You can say for a young player to have, and they are really developing me as a player, and the team players which I have, the teammates which I have, the coaches, the staff are very friendly, very supportive. So hopefully I make them proud too when I play for them in I League one day.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. So that is it from the IKF workshop side. Just last question about what is your dream and aspirations as a footballer? You already mentioned that you want to be a part of the no, who doesn't want to be a part of the Indian national team, of course. But coming back to the dreams and aspirations part, means what are your short-term and long-term aspirations as of now?
Short term is as I'm 18 years old, I still have time, but not as long as time, of course. But to say that my short term goals are to perform well in every matches that I play. Like as of now, I'm playing Super Division from Waves FC. So I need to make sure that I give my 100% every time when I play. I score much because that's what makes me happy because that's what my job is as an attacker. And I make my team win. I make the team win the Super Division. That's my dream as of now. And short term goals are practice every day, have that right mentality that I need to improve every single day, enjoy my game. And yes, overall, over a 1 year time, I need to be progressing level by level because if I'm playing Super Division now, I need to reach Elite Division or I need to reach I League 3, you can say, because that's what a footballer needs to have progression because you can't be stuck at one level. You need to progress over 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. That's what progression is
Yes,
important for a footballer. So that's what my short term goals are. My long term goals are, of course, to represent India in FIFA World Cup. That's what my dream is to play in ISL, of course. And also, if I get a good opportunity in foreign to play for a club in foreign, of course, I'll go there. I won't be playing only in ISL. If I get the opportunity in foreign, I'll go there. I'll play there. I'll give my best. I'll show them that Indians have got it too. Indians can play at foreign level too. Like we got that talent, we got that everything you need to play at the foreign level in the Champions League, everything. I know it's very too big to dream, but everything is possible, you can say. So my aspirations are that.
Yeah, I just I have heard a quote, and in that it was mentioned that your dreams should be means when you listen to your own dreams, you should have a giggle or you should laugh. That should be
Yes.
your dreams because dreams are of course something we have in our mind and we want to achieve it. So yeah,
Yes.
it's a great dream, and I hope that I get to watch you once in the ISL or the I League or in the FIFA World Cup also. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. Not the episode, but the long question answers. Now we'll be starting with the game that I mentioned. It's blind
Sure. Fun one.
rankings. Yeah. So I have some names jotted down. I will just go through it. You have to rank it accordingly. You must have seen it on social media as well. Blind
I've seen it.
rankings
I've
one.
seen it. Yes,
So
yes.
since you are a forward, so it will be basically all the attackers, around 10 attackers, and you have to then blind ranking them. It's based on you.
Yeah.
So shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So the first one is Suarez, Luis Suarez,
Four.
4. R9,
Two.
Benzema,
Three.
Lewandowski,
Five.
CR7,
That's my answer. All time. One.
Mbappe,
Like, is it 1 to 5 or so
1 to
this goes
10.
on?
1 to
1
10.
to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 1 to 5. So Mbappe is 6, you can see. Of course, it should be higher up there, but it's 6.
Uh, basically, if you want to, we can start it once again.
Yeah, we can start
Because
access. But you
yes,
should keep it 1 to 5 because that's easy to, segregate.
yeah, but actually, I have there are too many forwards that are world class, so I thought it will be better if we keep it top 10.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure. Okay.
sure. So let's begin again.
Yeah.
We'll start again. So Since you have heard some of the names, I'll go from. I'll add some different names as well. So the first one is Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry is 4.
4. Yeah. Drogba.
7.
Neymar.
6.
Ronaldinho.
8.
Lewandowski.
9.
Suarez.
10.
R9.
He is 3.
Messi.
Messi is 2.
CR7, of course. We already know the
No,
answer.
no doubt about that one.
And I think we have no. There are 2 left. Mbappe.
5 is left? 5 or 3? 3.
Yeah.
3. We can say 3.
3 is already done. R9 has taken that position.
Okay, so it's 5 then.
4 and 5th are left.
Okay, so I'll take 4 then.
Mbappe 4 and Haaland.
5.
We have to go for 5. Yeah.
Yes.
So I will
Because
repeat.
Mbappe and Haaland are basically same only, like they are different because Mbappe plays a winger and Haaland is a striker. Of course,
Yeah.
Mbappe has showed himself in the World Cup 2018 finals. So I got
Yeah.
that little edge over him. And he plays for Real Madrid too. But Haaland is up there too, of course. They do a big two. You can say a football now.
So should I repeat once? What are your top 10s?
Yeah.
So it was Suarez 10, Lewandowski 9. It is Ronaldinho 8, then Drogba 7th, Neymar 6th, Haaland 5th. We have got 2 at 4th position. My mistake, I didn't notice it. It is Mbappe and Thierry Henry at 4th. Then
Yeah.
in the third position we have R9, then Messi at second, and CR7 of course at first. So
It's a
that
good
was your
list,
blind
it's a good
rankings.
list.
Yeah.
Yes.
If there's anyone that you would like to exchange, any one position.
I would say Neymar and Thierry Henry. You can say
Neymar and
because
Thierry
Neymar had that talent, everything he needed, but he was just not. He didn't quite live up to the mark.
Yeah.
The talent he had.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. It was a wonderful episode. Of course, the IKF season 4 5th episode, the IKF Workshop Diaries. Any words that you would like to say about this podcast? How did you enjoy it?
First of all, I'm really honored to be at this. I'm really grateful that I had this lovely time with you. I'm really grateful for this, and I learned a lot from IKF also, from you also, of course, within this 45 minutes of podcast. And yes, I look forward to meeting you again soon.
Yes, sure. Since I live in Mumbai, also we can have a chat as well sometime.
Sure.
Uh,
We can meet, of course. You have my number also.
Yeah. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the IKF Workshop Diaries episode number 5. It was great chatting with Shubham Navelkar, the winner of the season 3 workshop. And I would like everyone to register who wants to register for the IKF season 4 workshop. As you have already seen, the credibility is there, transparency is there, and we have got the academies and clubs as well. You can watch the podcast. You can watch this podcast as well. It will be released in this week. So stay tuned on my channel. This is Atavari Swarsi, founder and presenter of All About Football. Thank you.
Thank you.